Good morning, students. Today we will start our discussion on zeroth law of thermodynamics. Very important law of thermodynamics. Let us have a look at the statement of zeroth law of thermodynamics first. The statement says if two systems are in thermal equilibrium with the third system separately, then the two systems are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. Okay, this statement can be understood using this diagram here very easily. Two systems are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Consider two systems, system A and system B. If these two systems are in thermal equilibrium with system C separately means initially just assume that system A and system B is not having any contact. Okay, this system A is in thermal equilibrium with system C separately, and if the system B is in thermal equilibrium with system C separately, then according to zeroth law of thermodynamics, these system A and system B both will be in thermal equilibrium with each other. So that is what the meaning of zeroth law of thermodynamics is. Then what do we mean by thermal equilibrium? If you can understand the meaning of thermal equilibrium, then you will easily understand the statement of zeroth law of thermodynamics. Okay, I will just rewrite the statement here. What do we mean by thermal equilibrium? Thermal equilibrium, it doesn't mean that both the systems are having equal temperature. Okay, thermal equilibrium is nothing but both the systems will be having equal temperature. So now I will write or I will state the statement in different way so that you can understand the meaning of zeroth law of thermodynamics very easily. If the system A is having equal temperature with the system C, and also if the system B is having equal temperature of system C, then both the temperature of system A and system B will be equal. Okay, if for example, if the system A is having 10 degrees Celsius of temperature, and if you bring this system in contact with the system C, then both will possess a temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. And separately, when if you bring the system B is in contact with system B, then both the system will reach the same temperature. If these two systems, system A and system B, if these two are in contact with the system C separately, then the temperature of system A and B will be equal to each other. So that is what the zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now, measurement of temperature of a substance by mercury glass thermometer. We all know that thermometer is a device which is used to measure the temperature. Mercury glass thermometer, we all have seen this. But many of us don't know that how exactly this mercury glass thermometer will help us to measure the temperature of a human body or any other body. The one thing we need to understand here is this mercury glass thermometer will work on the zeroth law of thermodynamics only, which means that we will measure the temperature of any body using this thermometer with the help of the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So let us have a look at this, how exactly zeroth law of thermodynamics will help us to measure the temperature using this thermometer. Okay, here when human body is in contact with the thermometer, then after some time both will be in thermal equilibrium condition. Okay, you can observe in the diagram here, this is the human body and in between it is thermometer and the mercury body. This is the imaginary body or imaginary diagram I have considered to explain the concept. Okay, we know that in general thermometer, inside the thermometer there will be a manometric fluid which is a mercury, and if this thermometer comes in contact with the human body, we all know that thermometer glass separates the both human body as well as the mercury. You can observe. Okay, when this thermometer comes in contact with the human body, both these two systems, thermometer and human body, will come in thermal equilibrium with each other, which means that when thermometer glass comes in contact with the human body, the thermometer glass and the human body will be having equal temperature, when these two reaches equilibrium conditions. After some time, we also know that this mercury is in contact with thermometer glass, and once this thermometer comes in equilibrium with the human body, as the mercury is in contact with the thermometer glass, after some time this mercury will also come in thermal equilibrium with thermometer glass, which means that now both thermometer glass as well as mercury also in thermal equilibrium. So now you can apply Zeroth law of thermodynamics here. When these two bodies are in thermal equilibrium and also these two bodies are in thermal equilibrium, then this mercury and human body both will be in thermal equilibrium. That is exactly what we wanted to measure, which is temperature of a human body. Temperature of human body is equal to thermometer glass body, and thermometer glass body is equal to mercury body, and hence from the Zeroth law of thermodynamics we can tell that this mercury temperature is equal to human body temperature. So this is how the mercury glass thermometer will make use of Zeroth law of thermodynamics to measure the temperature.